Alrighty, so I'm getting back to the motorbike today. Just doing a bit of metal work. Started forming some of this tube steel here into making a frame. Will actually fit in here to take up the space of the old engine and that. So I'm just basically forming some of this 25mm tube to fit the shapes I need here, and so it's kind of boring stuff, but it's coming together well. So I'm going to start have to get a bit of a better angle on this one here to get it to come up, so I can pick up this bolt hole here like so and go down this part here. And I'm doing this with the assistance of my trusty oxy propane kit. So I'll be continuing on with that and do a few little shots of that. And in here this morning, I have to change this bracket around a bit. I don't know if you can see it too well there, but this camera certainly was missing problems. There we go. So I just had to cut a piece off here, so it would have fouled the chain when it would have started to go up and down like that. That's sorted out. So I'm going to get on now with this heating and bending of steel. See how it seems to be coming along quite well. Fingers crossed. Okay, so I'm going to have to increase the angle of bend on this piece of pipe here to get to where we need to be with it. So it's kind of a slow process, but it's the only way that I have to actually form the parts out of raw steel at the minute. So it seems to be going pretty well. So it takes a lot of heat. I found myself, despite the fact that it's a pretty cold day, once this baby gets going, well, things start to heat up real quick. More gas. And bring on the oxygen. Come on. Too much gas. Whoa, too much oxygen. There we go. Time to get the heat going. And as well to spread the heat out so it doesn't concentrate in one area. Start to go. gas. Whoop. Just knocked one of the valves there. quite an old cutting fork this, but nonetheless does a pretty good job. What I do as well is to stop the tube kinking. Have to keep a bit of general heat going in it to shrink the material back in. It's a tricky thing to achieve for even an expert, which I'm not. Tricky to do it in small amounts. Keep the heat spreading out a little bit where possible. I know I'm not doing my bench bike and good without it. That's right. Sure you can forgive me. Still got too much oxygen on there, so I'm not. So a little bit carburizing on the flame. I don't want to actually oxidize the steel any more than I am. Let's see how that looks. It's almost a right angle at that stage now. Didn't turn out too badly. See if we can get ourselves a better view without cooking the camera. That's a difficult enough endeavour. Okay, gas is on. Damn valves. There's an old torch. Come on, valves. Give me the oxygen. Yeah, that was cooking with gas. Sweet. Let's warm things up. I'll try and get a pretty acute angle on this part here. Purposes of. Then we're going to forge it flat onto the end of this piece here, to hopefully then be able to bend, the material to pick up the two bolt holes simultaneously. Now we're getting nice and warm. I'm going to wreck my voice, but our voices for what to be abused. There we go. Fortunately the steel is softening to the extent that the voice isn't able to get a bite on it there, so heating up a little bit there. And spread it out a little bit. There we go. Oh, loosen up a lot. Don't loosen up. Smaller bit of force on that. start using the hammer on this pretty soon, I think. Around the corner, not coming out. Heat the whole end of this baby, I think. Nice and warm. There we go. Here we go. More to come. Okay, next part of the plan is we have to forge a flat end on this piece of pipe here, on this far end of it, so we can drill a hole in it and to pick up a bolt for our trusty. Yeah, turned off the gas, didn't I? Safety conscious again. There we go. There we go. Nothing like some hydrocarbons. We got to get this end glowing red. I'm going to be able to hammer it flat down against the chunk of 25mm steel that I have here on the bench. That will give us a place on the tube and we can actually drill a hole in. At least that's the plan. To increase the bend on this then once you have the flat on there. You want to get this really hot. Both sides. I think you should never ever do is put a lit cutting torch down somehow. That's a very bad idea. So we always turn off before we start our forging operation. Now, unfortunately, that means the metal to cool off rather rapidly. But we're looking good on this occasion. Can't say it's cooled off too much now to work. But we're starting to form the tip on it, so we'll go again. relieve the stress in this material and shrink it back, because any time we actually bend it or forge it, we're compressing and straining the steel. So we ideally want to shrink it back to take the stresses out of it. Bit of a slow process, unfortunately, but having said that, it seems to be enjoyable. Gets the job done with pretty low cost. Wouldn't really be able to do this even if I had a pipe bender. I'd have to end up forging it anyway. Cheat a little bit as well by turning the fuel gas on first. Yeah, I'll be shoeing horses next. Alrighty. I think the old camera's on the move there. There we go. Alright. Not bad for a bogman. So, I'm going to give it another heat just to finalise it. And might as well so just let out any of the stresses. Nothing like burning hydrocarbons to build an EV, is there? There'll be a message in there someplace. I mean, I'm too busy to see it. I basically want to stress relieve this material now. Nice and hot, especially around the edges. Brings the steel back in. This is in a acetylene flame. I'd actually be turning it into a pool of slag right now. Propane doesn't burn as hot. This application is quite a good aspect. Give it a little tap on the back side here. Back end there needs a little bit of a heat. There we go, that's much better. Try to round out the hammer marks on here to give it a slightly better appearance. we go. So, not bad for a ball gun. Okay, let's see how we fare out then. When in doubt, more heat. So we're going to increase the bend radius. See how that fits. Okay, we can see I'm just doing a trial fit here with the pipe. It's coming in very happy, and the only problem I have with it at the minute, you can see there's a gap. Where am I going with the focus on this thing? There we go. There's a gap here, so I'm going to put a kick into the pipe. I'm going to twist that flat down so that it makes a straight hook up to this part of the frame here. So, looking pretty damn good. Okay, see if we can get the kick into the pipe now. I'm going to start off by a bit of heat into it and bending it out this way to me. See how this plays out. A fun way to spend a Saturday afternoon anyway. At least it would be if I'd stopped turning off the gas. Mr. Safety Patrol here. There we go. Whoa! Down. Melting screwdriver, melting everything. Melting screwdriver, that one. It has to be said, this EV game needs to be a jack of all trades. Or maybe a master of none as well. That's all without saying. I mean, we got to do what? We got to do automotive stuff, got to do metalwork, got to do electronics, got to be able to machine things to a pretty accurate degree. Go on, heat up with it. And then you got to be able to melt steel. Or at least bend steel with the help of a very hot heat source. So yeah. Kind of a universal, there she goes. Oh, that should get us out, I think. A little bit of a stress relief on that now. Yeah, that should be good enough. Now the trick is to let this part cool. And then we're going to, what are we going to do? We're going to heat up another part of it up here so that we can take the cake in the opposite direction, which we do about halfway house here. In theory then, I've got these two kicks in the pipe, and I should be able to vary them to get a perfect fit. See, that will be the theory. Where I'm concerned, theory and practice, it's on a rare occasion that they actually join up. Not very common at all. Guess that could be a bit of an idiot, but you know. Come on, baby. Relight my fire. I have to go mention fire on this thing. Come on. Come on, baby. Don't do that. Come on, baby needs a new pair of shoes. Come on, there you go. There she goes. Okay, so my pipe now has a kick in it. It's got two kicks in it. Hopefully two wrongs make a right. I guess we'll be finding out. Same back time, same back channel. Alright. And lastly, need to reheat this part. As I put a little bit of a twist in it the first time, I gotta try and get that twist out there. And must be melting something because of the snap. That was burnt. Oh well, can't be anything serious. Oh dear, this is feel like something. I'm heating it in cold pipe. Probably not a great idea that really, is it? Like if there was water in there, I could have myself a real accident there. On the other hand, I don't want to drill a hole in the pipe because then well, actually, in theory, thinking about that further, it would burst where I have the torch because the steel would be the weakest at that point, so We'll give her a bit of a twisty now in a minute. Let's twist the knife away. So we gotta go back that way. Oh dear, I'm melting again. My hands are melting. Shed's melting. Everything's melting. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna drop that down device over it. There we go. That should be it. Right. Ooh, hot, hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Ow, ow. Pain, pain, heat, pain. Okay, that is much better. That's straight as a die. Well, straight as I'm ever going to get it. And that's it. So it took about 2 hours of heating, bending and hammering. But we have ourselves a pretty nice addition to the frame. Woohoo! So now I have to start looking at this side of the plan, which will be a little bit more complicated, but that's for another day. So all as I need now is my own Discovery Channel TV show.